There's only one Satanism. Anton LaVey codified the religion, and everything else is fake. You dumb what the
Coming at you hot. It's the devil, you know.
Coming at you live. Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
We're not coming at you live, though. We're coming at you recorded 2 days ahead of time.
Right. I was coming at you. I was talking
coming at you pre-recorded.
I'm coming at you, Dorian, live.
Don't aim that thing at me. What's up, John?
None, man. I'm just drinking some wine, man, from Napa Valley.
Drinking some wine. Yeah, I'm drinking some water.
Nice.
But I just had a donut. Is that? I don't know.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
That's wild.
You got me beat on that one. So what's going on out there, man? This past week, what's exciting? What's happening out in the world?
I don't know what's happening in the world. It's kind of a fucked up place right now. I think, man.
Yeah, everybody's got a big vagina. Everybody's got a big penis. Yep. Everybody's trying to be politically correct. Well, we're not, and
only certain lives matter.
Everybody's worried about their feelings, and everybody's fucking up the town they live in and thinking that's making a statement or doing any fucking thing.
Yeah,
crazy. So I don't get it. What's this thing with the Black Lives Matter right now in Milwaukee, for instance? I guess let me get the gist here. If I've got it, tell me if I'm wrong. A black cop shoots a black guy who has all these pictures posted all over the place of him brandishing a firearm like an idiot, and he's got a long record. And I guess he pulled out and the firearm he pulled out and pointed it at the police officer who actually shot him for that. And the Black Lives Matter groups are upset about that, and what they do is destroy businesses and set things on fire in their neighborhood. Is that the gist?
Well, is that in a black neighborhood?
I don't know. What's a black neighborhood? What do you mean?
Gary, Indiana. That's where I'm from. I'm close to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It strikes me as odd when they get mad and they trash their own neighborhoods. Yeah,
it's like getting angry and destroying the things in your own home. What?
It's like a child. Yeah, when a child gets upset and breaks his own toy and then wants you to buy him a new one.
Yeah. Listen to me. I'm important.
Yeah.
I'm worried about our lives. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I don't get it. I mean, the only thing I can say is, if they were getting upset and going into, God, I don't even want to say this because I'm just going to come off bad like I always do.
That's what people love about us.
I know, right? I just, if the Black Lives Matters group got upset and they went into the rich, wealthy, white neighborhoods and destroyed them, then that would make sense, at least to me. But they're not doing that, so I'm kind of like, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't understand why they're doing anything like that at all.
Well, yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, if they were trying to retaliate somehow against, because if their whole issue is Black Lives Matter, if they were trying to retaliate against, I don't know, police or white people, you would think that they would go to the police station or to white people's neighborhoods or whatever.
Go to the police station and complain. Start some shit down there. See how that
would be
works out for you.
See how that plays out. Go try to burn down the police station.
Like you said,
and see how.
Yeah, go into a rich white neighborhood, whatever that means. There's no police in those neighborhoods. They're not rich unless they're dirty, but so that would be even wrong too. I just don't understand the whole, it was a black cop shoots a black person, and they want to scream about how Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
well, apparently they don't.
They don't, and they don't care about the black cop if he were to be the one that was shot. So
people. I read all kinds of stuff out there, and one of the things is pretty wacky that they're suggesting that it's possibly a whole ploy to start a race war. Now, it doesn't seem too realistic to me because if you're going to start a race war, wouldn't you want to have a chance of actually winning the race war? Because although there's a lot of them downtown running around in groups, we outnumber them, 20-1? I don't understand
I don't know
how that would play out for them at this point in time.
Yeah.
Pretty
well,
dumb.
and obviously, I mean, because a certain few who might think that that's a good idea, I would assume that across the board, most black people, like most white people, don't really want to have a war over this kind of. I don't know. It's a stretch indeed, definitely, like you said.
It's just dumb. It's crazy. Then you read some crap. Oh, they're going to start that up so that we can have martial law, and then they can. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they've said that so many times, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess those ideas, maybe they file those plans away in the warehouse full of guns that Obama has taken away from everyone over the last 8 years. So I don't know. It's getting to the point now, though. I think that, anymore when I hear about one of these things, like I really didn't read much about this Milwaukee incident because it's just like, again, it's starting to get to that point where it's like, I just don't even care anymore because it's getting ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I can understand we don't care because it's not in our neighborhood, so it has no bearing on us.
Well,
but
that's true. I mean, I guess it's going to be a bigger deal when it's in one of our own towns, of course.
Yeah,
But
and it's not going to happen, I don't think, out here because there's really a lot of people who have firearms.
yeah, well, I mean, there's some crazy shit that happened in Texas, and
I know
plenty of firearms there too. So
I know. It's nuts. I just don't understand the whole logic behind it. If that's, I'm using that word lightly too, logic. I just don't get it. I don't know what they're after when they do this stuff. They just get wrapped up in the emotion, wrapped up in the rage, and they think that it's actually going to do something good for them. I mean, I watched a video of this thing, and this woman was screaming out, "They're white, beat their ass." Dude, a black cop shot a black guy, and that's what you're angry about, right? What do you?
Well, and I mean, that's this whole. I think this everyone in the world is blaming somebody for something. I mean, we kind of talked last week a little bit about some of the extreme feminism, and I just saw this quote from this woman this week that was saying that all men should all men are actually rapists, so they should all be put in jail and then shot. Which I thought, well, why bother with the jail part? But the logic behind it, everybody just looks for somebody to blame their problems for instead of just taking personal responsibility. And matter of fact, I watched a report on stoplight cameras that they're talking about people like trying to beat these tickets that they get from cameras because they drove through a stoplight, and they're going to court and they're fighting battles because they don't want to take personal responsibility. Like, I've gone through a little bit too late on a light, and if I were to get busted on that, I take responsibility and say, you know what, you got me. I screwed up. Right.
On one side of the coin, I totally agree with you. On the other, and the legislation changes depending on where it is, but here, the law is that an actual living human police officer has to cite you.
Oh, yeah, I understand. It's a signature issue.
Right. I can understand about trying to get out of it on that technicality, but dude,
well, yeah, but
you did get caught.
Trying to get out of it, I mean, you can try to get out of it all the time, but it doesn't mean that you're not guilty just because you try to get out of it. And I guess that's my only thing is like, I wouldn't fight it if I actually did it. Unless I'm on the way to the hospital or an actual emergency. If I'm just too impatient to wait at the stoplight and wait my turn, then I deserve I broke the law. That's our agreement. The law says this, and I didn't do it. Then I'm going to take responsibility for that.
Yep.
But again, like you said, like there is some different reasons why they changed that legislation on us. So yeah, who knows? I don't know. But like I said, everyone looks for a way to blame somebody else for something.
Yep.
And that's
it's the age of the scapegoat.
It is. You're right. It's not Aquarius anymore. It's the scapegoat.
Age of the scapegoat. Of the scapegoat. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. And it just makes you want to beat ass. But before we talk about beating anyone's ass, we're going to have to wait till our next guest comes on here pretty soon. So let's start this show.
Right on.
The Law of Gyps.
Law number 19. Insolent ruthlessness without proficient persistence makes you instantly ludicrous. Nobody likes rude people who pass themselves off as better than they really are. Those with a profoundly shitty attitude and decrepit worldview who put others down, shame others, and claim to be better than others without having anything worthwhile to stand for or demonstrate, the ability to conquer their own shortcomings and defeat their own monsters are not powerful, and look foolish when passing themselves off as hard-nosed, tough-as-nails bastards and bitches. My advice is to lighten the fuck up, take the stick out of your ass, get off your high horse, and only concern yourself. Sure, be ruthless and cutthroat all you'd like when you know you have a track record, and when it is truly in your nature to do so. If you're not an asshole by default, please don't try to be one. Be yourself. Make your efforts. Use and utilize your talents, and you may surely get ahead farther than you've ever expected. On that note, trying way too hard to one-up others with arrogant, pompous, pretentious, blowhard behavior is unnatural. And if it is unnatural in your nature, it only makes you look even more undesirable and less able to be appreciated than those who are naturally relentless and persistent in their ruthless nature. Even when you do achieve something notable or establish yourself for what you do, nobody will give a fuck if they despise you and think you're a worthless, low-life piece of shit. Case closed. Hail Satan.
All right, John. So for episode 42, after last week of the way I started the show, I think this week we need to have a guest who is both absolutely lovely and can absolutely kick your ass.
That's right. And who do we have? None other than citizen Amy Pidt, everyone.
Hey, everybody. It's my honor and privilege to be on the show. Pretty jacked about it.
Yeah, right on. Nice to hear you again.
Hold on. I didn't get my soundboard up here. Let me. I got to give her one of these. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, the applause.
Woo!
I'm honored.
Yeah!
It's official now.
Nice.
Soundboards too. You're pretty excited about that little toy, huh?
Right? Yeah. I'm fingering it out. So.
Sweet.
So
Well,
awesome.
it's good to meet you in New York a little while back. Did you have a good time there?
Oh, that was awesome, because I went out there knowing no one. It was just kind of hoping for the best. I assumed everyone would be pretty cool, and it worked out just like that. It was amazing.
Don't lie. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a few dicks, but for the most part.
Yeah, but he put on a good show. Anyway, we're gonna.
yeah.
I'm kidding around, but we're gonna. Maybe I'll cut that out. I don't know.
You always say that. It always ends up in there.
Right. Fuck it. Who cares? That's so funny. So yeah, it was cool. It was funny. We were sitting down with I was Marlene, me, and Dorian, and Jared, and then Gene Laverne was there, and we invited him over because he was sitting alone and looked all sad. I said, "Get over here!" And then we're eating like
I
three
think we
layer.
went to his table and invaded, actually.
I think he came over, but I think he did. But there was like he was eating this like 3-layered mousse, and I was like, I'm gonna have some of that too. Let me get one of those, right? So she came, brought it over. But Amy came over and sat down, and she's like, just got back from like a 94-mile run
Running or something.
Yeah, I was like, what?
That was my second one of the day. When I get excited, I get a little, my energy levels are pretty to the fucking moon as it is. But
Nice.
then when I'm like really excited, yeah, I had to run a couple times that day.
I know how you feel, but except I sit, so I had to sit a few times that day.
You eat moose. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Well, didn't you have some of it?
I did. It was
Yeah, I had everybody tried it. Yeah.
It was to die for. That was great. That was
So did
like
you get to do a third run then?
no, I didn't. I thought I deserved it.
You're right. Absolutely.
I was just prepping for all the drinking later that evening anyway.
Oh hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a great time.
It was amazing. What a way to meet people. What a way to meet so many people too. Like the best atmosphere ever.
Yeah,
especially when you spend enough time talking to different people online and then actually getting to see a face in person, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it really was, and I'd only met a few. Well, I'd heard you guys a couple episodes of your show, which I was impressed right away. You cracked me up. I'm all about the humor.
Nice.
So I liked you guys right away, and then
it's all my fault. Yeah.
Don't take all the credit. And then there was a couple other people I talked to a little bit online, and Gene was the first guy I met. We actually met at the airport and drove in, and yeah, it was good vibes right from the get-go.
Right on.
Cool.
Very cool. So looking at your photo here is a very badass picture. You got kind of this Xena warrior princess thing going on here, which is totally hot.
Oh, on my
scream
Facebook.
at you're screaming at the camera. It's got the skeleton shirt on, and looks like you're about ready to just pound the shit out of somebody.
That's one of my non-dating pictures. Yeah.
Non-dating.
I get a lot of pussies that send me messages, and I don't mean chicks, that tell me that I'm a little too intimidating.
That's I think that's cool, man. You look awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. I love it. Yeah, that's me. I don't try to pretend I'm not, right? And
Yeah.
I
Dorian
find
can
it
definitely
great.
handle
It
something
fits
like
on the
that.
herd. Exactly. If I intimidate you, then perfect. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you. That's funny.
So tell us a little bit then about this is some MMA fighting that you're doing.
Yes, I've had a couple fights. Last summer, I was training for actually my third fight. So I spent most of my summer, well, in the mornings and at night, I'd be at my gyms. I'd be doing usually jiu-jitsu in the morning, Muay Thai at night, and I actually took a job roofing. So I was training, working on my strength and conditioning all day. So
Wow.
I really dedicated my summer last summer to a fight, and then 2 weeks before, unfortunately, the girl got sick. So that fight never happened. So this summer, because my kids spent their summer watching them train in the gym, this summer I'm not in the gyms at all. I'm just taking it easy and camping with my boys and giving the summer to them that they lost last year. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Right on.
Actually, we got a message from that girl. She really wasn't sick. She said that you were too intimidating. That's why she...
Oh, I guess we won't date then either. That's cool.
It's funny. So what do you got? You got two boys, right?
I got two boys. I got twin boys. I got my little clones. Yeah, they're amazing guys. They're 10, and I don't know where they get it from, but they're sweet, and they're polite, and they're kind. And yeah, they're amazing.
Where do they get that from? So I'm looking at your stomach here. Did you give birth to them?
Yeah, I did.
There's no signs of that.
My doctor, even at the end, I look like, you know the cone heads from Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
I had that going on with my stomach. It was like mutant, like random strangers just like, can I touch that? Like, just crazy. And my doctor the last week is like, holy shit, you don't have any stretch marks. I just like spent 9 months rubbing myself down in coconut oil.
Oh, damn. I wish I knew about this earlier, because when my wife had the kids, I got sympathy stretch marks. Fuck it.
That's adorable.
She's like, I want pickles and ice cream. I'm like, you know what? Me too. Fuck it.
Oh, way to go, princess. That's so sweet.
Ah,
Oh, I meant that in the nicest way possible.
hell yeah. So,
You're definitely one of us.
so the two
Yeah.
fights that you had, how did those turn out? Like, give
They
us
were
a
great.
blow
My
by blow
first
by blow.
fight was a win. I won by knockout. My first fight was for a belt, actually. It was for female amateur champion of New Brunswick, because there hadn't been a female fight in quite a few years. I think there was actually one previous to mine. So I won that and got the belt. And my second fight went to decision, and she won. She won. It was a non-win. I can't say that other word.
Yeah.
So
Right,
my third fight was my retribution fight. So I still need that one.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just eat
But
some
my second
moose
fight-
and jump in that ring, man. You'll do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I go a little crazy, a little batshit crazy in there. Pitbull's my fight name, so
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a little bit like that when I get in there.
Oh, I get it, because Pitt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Boom! I knew you'd get there.
Cuckoo. But, no, that's totally
I want to
awesome.
see this fight, damn it.
Yeah, you got any footage out there?
Yeah, they're on YouTube. So if you go Amy, and this was my last name, was Palalia. So that shit is complicated. So if you put in Amy and then Palalia on YouTube, it'll bring up my fights.
Isn't it illegal to have that many consonants in a row?
It's a lot of. That was unconditional love, is what that was.
P-A-A-A? What is it?
A-L.
I-O.
Yep. Palalia.
P-A-L-A-L-I-A.
Boom.
That's what I said. Sweet. P-A-L. All right, I got it. Yeah, something like
I
that.
knew. I knew it. You
I'll
did
find it. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it whoop ass.
Yeah, it's awesome. The first girl's name was Star Guest too. Like, what a sweet name.
What was her name?
Star Guest.
Star guest.
It doesn't even. Yeah, it sounds like
She was
she
a
just made that
stripper.
up for the fight.
That's
Well,
a stripper's name.
And you won, so she was seeing stars, I guess.
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was awesome.
How'd you win? Like with a hook or something, or a jab? What'd you-
I had ground and pound at the end, and
Oh,
they
nice.
stopped the fight.
Punches and bunches. Nice.
Bunches of punches. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Very cool.
I chased
Very
her
cool.
around the ring around the cage for a while.
Get over here, bitch. Right? Yeah.
I know you guys suggested to bulk up against pseudo-Satanists and stuff, but the only thing is I can't be an overweight dude with tattoos like you suggested, so I guess I'll just be a kick-ass girl with actual muscles. I can do it.
That's cool. That's totally cool.
You
All
know,
right.
everybody has their thing.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I saw your cool tent that you're taking camping now. It's pretty badass.
Mom points. That's that tensile tent, so it goes in the trees. So I'm constantly calling campgrounds now, asking if they have a tree triangle. They're like,
Yeah.
how high is this person on the phone? I'm like, no, I gotta explain. And but yeah,
Well, I mean, I'd seen videos and stuff of these tents before, so I mean, they got to start catching on here.
oh yeah, like every time I take a camping though, we gotta expect like good 10, 15 people to come over. They want to look at it, they want to check it out. Like it's quite an
Yeah.
attention thing. So yeah. But it's comfy. It's the comfiest sleep you can have. You're not on the ground. There's no bugs.
No stretch marks. Yeah.
No stretch marks.
Fucking awesome.
Rub it down with coconut oil.
Oh, God.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about your background. Tell us about where you come from, your upbringing, what you come from.
I'm originally from a small town, 900 people, I think, in Saskatchewan. We had a 900 head cattle farm, and my dad, he had us riding horses, chasing cattle from as soon as we could sit up. So probably around 2 years old, something like that. So, and I worked on the farm. We're strong German people, so he had us work, and we were more horses than anything. But it's good. It's lots of character building.
Right on.
And then when I was in about grade 5, we moved to the big city in Medicine Hat, Alberta. And my dad bought a motel, restaurant, gas station. So then I was a cleaning girl and did a lot of work in the restaurant and things like that. And then I moved to New Brunswick about 10 years ago.
So you could beat people up.
Yeah, it's been really cool. The East Coast is nice. So I've been from coast to coast.
Huh.
Yeah, and once I got here, that's when I really started with the MMA. I had, when I was younger and teenager, I had kind of a bad experience with a dude, and
What does that mean?
Just an older guy did some inappropriate things to a younger girl. So after that, I
Would you be
realized,
willing to talk about that? Because our audience would love to hear about that.
yeah, well, I was, sexually abused by a random dude.
Yeah.
Guy didn't know, just guy at a party. And it took me probably about 7-8 years of just being pissed off and feeling sorry for myself that this happened to me. I actually have a corneal transplant because one of my eye sockets was shattered.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was quite a bad situation. But I got my dead guy eye. I can see. And after, a few years of, like I said, feeling sorry for myself and got into drugs and drinking and stuff, one day I woke up and realized, what the fuck? I should be happy I'm here and, excited about every day I have. And that's how I live it now, is that how fucking fortunate am I that I got my shit together and do what I do. And then I did get into martial arts because I've never been in a fight outside the cage, but I tell you, if I saw that motherfucker, the first 3 days of his life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice. So when along that line did you get into Satanism?
I didn't get into that until I moved to New Brunswick. I do everything old as shit. I didn't start MMA. My first fight, I was 36. Satanism, I didn't get into till about early 30s. I just found the book at a bookstore, found the Bible and read it, and as everyone says, I was like, here it is.
Yeah.
This is me. This is my weirdness. This is my uniqueness. This is my fucked upness.
I love moose. Right.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Right on.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then once I did that, I actually met a couple people here that on, I don't know, you guys have Kijiji? It's like
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, great.
No idea.
It's like a little computer. It's a little website where you can post ads and shit and groups, and these people had this witchcraft group, and I thought, well, it's the closest thing I'll ever find. So I checked that out, and they ended up talking about Satanism and stuff, and none of them wanted to buy memberships or become actual members. But it was a good introduction for me, anyways, to find out what I didn't belong in as well.
Right. Very cool, yeah. Right on. So you told us before, I think you've talked to us before about, do you have some broadcasting experience?
Yeah, I did a year on the radio. I actually went for an interview for my second fight. And it was on the local, it was like the #1 rock station in Moncton here. And after the interview, I was on my way home, and one of the DJs called me and said, you want to work with us? And I said, ha, that's hilarious, right? I thought he was just fucking with me. And he said, no, that interview was amazing. That interview's on YouTube too, by the way. And anyways, I said, are you serious? And he said, yeah. He said, you'll have to interview and stuff. And I was like, okay. And then I did the interviews, and the big boss guy's like, wow, we have like 80 some people with actual radio experience that have applied for the job. Why should we hire you? I'm like, because you fucking asked me. Apparently that was the right answer. So I did a year on the radio filling in for a girl who mat leave.
Wow.
Man, really cool.
I know.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool experience. It was something that just I've never done before, something I never thought I'd do. My kids didn't really like it too much. They're like, you talk about us too much, Mom. So, but other than that, yeah.
Stop being proud of us. Yeah.
Damn you. Yeah.
Now, do your kids know that you're a member of Church of Satan?
No, they don't, but they do know, like, I don't know if you look at anything beyond my amazing pictures on Facebook, but it's all bullshit on my Facebook. It's just, and it's cats, Slayer, and Satan, basically, and pictures of my kids.
Right.
And so I don't deny or, confirm, but
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
it's all Satan jokes all day long, so. But yeah, my kids, my house is full of like skulls and Slayer and cool shit.
We're gonna have a new segment.
Different.
We're gonna have a new segment on the show called Cat Slayer and Satanism. So.
Perfect.
That's
Beautiful
awesome.
thing. There really is no better combination.
With Amy Pitt. Yep.
Hell yeah.
You call that a cat, pussy?
Not intimidating. But yeah, my kids are very, very atheist. Very much. They talk a lot about how they don't believe, and they kind of mock people that do a little bit. And I say, we can do that here. Just don't get beat up or anything out there yet.
Right, yeah.
And here's how you don't get beat up. And then you show them some Muay Thai or something, right?
Exactly. Oh, they've done a little Muay Thai. They've done a little wrestling. They're good to go. We do a lot of bow shooting. We're ready for the fucking zombies.
Nice.
Very cool. That's so cool. So how about your family? Did like, you know, mom and dad type of thing? Did you share your, you know, religion with anyone else?
Yeah,
Friends?
my mom, as soon as I got the book, I'm like, Mom, you got to read this shit. And she read it.
We've never heard that before.
Oh, yeah. She's like, that's great, dear. Like, my mom's the best, too. Like, in context, my mom's this 5 foot tall, chubby little British lady. Like, she's just adorable. And she's...
That's great, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's all sugar and spice and everything nice.
Hail Satan! Yeah.
Pretty much. She read it. She's like, oh, that's great, dear. I love that. But, yeah, it's pretty funny. She's very open-minded. Very open-minded.
Very
So
cool.
she knows, like, the confirmed people, my best friend, my mom, you know, they know.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she's totally cool with it.
Very cool.
Yeah. My dad was raised really religious, but the old school German beaten with the Bible thing, like...
Yeah.
Just crazy, right? Like I'm legitimately insane. Like I have some, you know, genetics behind it. But but yeah, like we don't actually, we have much more of an off again than on again relationship. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Cool. So your friends, I mean, they're pretty accepting of it. They weren't like, "What are you getting into?"
Oh no, everybody knows I'm fucked up, so they're like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's not like, it's not like surprise. Oh, I would never have thought. Everyone's like, yep.
Isn't that stuff about cats and Slayer? I mean, what are you getting into? Yeah.
I've been prepping them for years.
Yeah, right on.
Great.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier that you did some roofing. Is that like what you do, or?
Well, yeah, my ex-husband and I actually, we started a renovation company.
You didn't beat him up, did you?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm nice. I set him free.
All right, because if you did, we just want feedback. Is that on YouTube? You know? No, go ahead.
That's brutal. It's on Cops. Back episode.
What you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I guess in Medicine Hat, I started right out of high school. I started working in a manufactured home plant, so I started doing construction then. And then when we moved here, I did a couple years as a piping designer at the refinery in St. John. It's the big oil refinery in Canada, I think. And then we moved to Moncton, and we started a rental business. So I've done lots of construction work. I got a little condo. I've rebuilt that myself, redone the whole thing.
Wow.
Damn.
That's one of my pictures on Facebook. I don't know, you probably haven't seen that, but I did a backsplash out of pennies.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, there's like 12,700 and some fucking pennies on the wall. And I use the rainbow.
What's that, like
for
12 bucks? That's awesome.
Yeah, 120 bucks, buddy. I'm kind of a high roller.
That's so awesome, though.
Times get tough. I always got that.
Take the wall down, yeah, definitely. Just shove it into one of those Coinstar machines, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, so it's good. I'm handy. I'm really handy. So.
And you'll leave out the store with like what, $60?
Yeah.
They take like half, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, the penny's not really currency here anymore, anyway. So I'm just trying to be environmentally friendly and shit.
What do you? It's not currency anymore. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, the penny is. I think you can still cash them in. You can't use them. They're not used as cash anymore. They got rid of the penny. We're just big on loonies and toonies and.
All right. So let me guess. They just round up to the nearest nickel.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So you actually can end up paying 4 cents more now.
Well, like 2 cents more, right? It's 3.
Who
Like
knows?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, whatever it takes.
Yeah, you can do it. It's not too big of a deal.
That's awesome.
No penny pinching anymore.
Oh.
Nickels.
I gotta use up my pennies here before that happens here.
Yeah.
Oh, I got too many of them. It's crazy. Excuse me while I take a sip of wine. What are you drinking, Amy?
Whiskey. That's what I drink is whiskey. It's character building.
I would have never guessed that.
I like.
It's called Star Guest.
Crown Royal Northern Harvest. It just won like whiskey of the year.
Wow.
I drink that World Whiskey of the Year too. And what else do I drink?
Straight up on the rocks. What do you do?
Oh, just straight. I don't fuck with whiskey or coffee ever. Those two things should not be messed with.
Do you ever pour your whiskey in your coffee? Fuck it, right?
I could do that. Maybe when
Get
I'm
your
down-
Irish on.
Get your Irish on.
German. That'd be the German style coffee, I'd say.
Wow. Do you know how to speak German?
No.
What kind of German are you?
What they play on the Tool album? Just
Yeah,
that
right.
song. I think it's about chocolate cake, though. so I
Yeah,
don't-
chocolate chip cookies or something like that. Isn't it?
Yeah. Kleinen Eien. That shit.
Yeah.
Rammstein. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, since we're kind of going off different topics here. At the beginning of the show, and I think we've talked about this in other shows, we were talking a little bit about some of the craziness behind Black Lives Matter. I'd like to hear your opinions on some of this stuff, as far as like the chaos behind some of their rioting.
Yeah, especially since you're out of the country and and you're looking at the United States as outside of this little stupid box we live in. What do you think?
Right, yeah. Well, I look at it like, I'm sure you've seen that little meme, right? When we look at your politics as well, where the moose sitting back in the pool watching you guys on fire.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter, though. It's just that all lives matter or important lives matter. It's up to, I guess, your perception of it. I'm not racist. I just hate stupid fucking people. Black, white, red, green, whatever. So I can't get behind Black Lives Matter.
Of course.
Because few lives matter to me, not to be a dick, but the people that matter to me, and we're not all equal. To me, I don't have enough love.
You sound like
You sound like a Satanist. I was just gonna say that, damn it.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, so that's where
He's
where
on to
I
me.
am.
Yeah.
The people that matter to me matter.
Do you guys watch our politics and go, what the
yeah.
fuck are you people doing?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's crazy to think that is what's actually happening down there.
What do you think?
Especially because you guys are so close to us, and we have no fucking clue what happens in your politics.
I know, I love that. You guys like Canada?
No, I
They don't
have
tell us
king on.
anything.
Oh.
Yeah. So what do you?
It's so funny.
Who's the king of Canada?
But I'd love to take that stand now about having no knowledge of your king. Because Jesus. I mean, Jesus would be a better choice.
So you don't think Trump would be good for us, or what?
Yeah, it's fucked up. You guys are fucked up. Good luck.
Yeah, it's a shit sandwich. No matter which
Yeah.
side of you
I
bite
don't
from,
see-
you're biting into shit. So.
I don't see a political happy ending, but I mean, at least it's not really the actual face that leads your country, anyways. In my opinion,
Right.
it is. It's still going to happen. So.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like let's do pretend. We'll do a make believe segment here.
Okay.
Let's make believe. If you were a
Welcome
citizen,
to the world of make believe.
Hold on, let me get. Here we go.
Oh, this is good.
The land
Okay,
of
I'm in the zone now.
make-believe,
Let's
yeah.
do this.
So let's pretend that you were an American citizen here and living here, and
Okay.
you were voting. Would you vote for Hillary, Trump, or someone else, and why?
Do I have to vote?
No, that could be definitely a choice.
It's an option.
None of the above.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fuck. Neither of those. We have a green party, like an environmental party.
Yeah.
Sometimes I throw my vote away to them.
Yeah. There's one here too.
Yeah. I want to be more inspired about this choice, but God.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how a lot of the world feels. It's
Yeah.
kind of it's basically going to come down to who slings mud last.
Right.
Yeah, we're fucked. Like,
Yeah, you are. Like, I wish I could say something positive and bring this all back around, but yeah. Yay, Canada!
When it all goes downhill, can we come up there and hang out with you?
Right, if you can climb the wall or whatever they're fucking building.
we're gonna go underneath it. Fuck it.
Tunnel. Good call.
We'll put one there. There's no Mexicans in Canada, so he's not going to put a wall up there. So.
Yeah, he'll start down south first.
Okay, we got some time, right? That's
Yeah,
good.
we'll get the fuck out. Move in with you. Maybe we'll get some more of those triangle tents.
Yeah, exactly. Up in the bush, live free. He's kind of a zombie. He's the beginning of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. So if we moved up there, would you whoop Dorian and me into shape or what?
Oh yeah, hell's yeah. No crying, no bitches. You gotta be tough.
Oh, come on, just one good cry.
No tears. You gotta man up. You're gonna suffer.
You're like, let's go. I'm like, I'm about to die. Your warrior is about to die.
Oh yeah, I've done a bit of personal training too. I did that for
Where's all your
6 months
pro
or so.
man shit now?
Yeah. My personal training though, my style is more than most people. They think they want to, but then no,
Yeah.
they don't really want to in the end.
Well,
They choose food.
Yeah, but you weren't as good as you are now in the beginning. It was hard in the beginning, wasn't it? To really.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, like I did a few years of drugs. That was my specialty.
Yeah.
And then when I got past that and I started doing fitness, yeah, the first couple years sucks ass for sure. But now it is my drug.
What was your drug of choice, if you don't mind me asking?
LSD.
Is it really?
Wow.
If you're gonna do it, right? I can go for it. Yeah, when my kids came out and they had all their fingers and toes and they weren't connected, man, happy moment.
None of them are webbed. That's great.
I was like, sweet deal.
The creature from the Black Lagoon. What did
So-
I do?
Yeah.
How long-
that
how
was
long
a
have you-
happy freaking moment, though, I tell you.
How long have you been away from of all that?
Oh, I think I was like last time maybe 20. Like it was young. I did that when I was young. Like
Yeah.
that stuff happened to me when I was about 13. And I think I was about 20 years old when I like decided either you get your shit together or like they find you dead in an alley, right? So
Wow.
yeah, so I got my shit together like a
Cool.
boss.
Like a mouse.
You know, I
Now,
forget
did you-
some shit.
when
I
you,
definitely did some memory damage. I'm still waiting for my flashback. You're supposed to get that shit.
Did you pull yourself out of it, or did you like have to? Did you seek help for it, or?
No.
Kyle.
Yeah, I did it myself. I think you got to do shit yourself.
Right.
Like I really do. I mean, like you see people like same thing on Facebook with their sigh, my life is so rough, blah blah blah. I'm like, fucking man up,
Yeah.
grow some balls, and just fucking
Or a vagina. Yeah.
yeah, get a nice vagina and pull your shit together and fucking do it up because you gotta do this because you're like a grown up now and
Yep.
like me, I got kids.
Get a pap
Yeah.
smear. Right.
Yeah, I have to be like a grown up and actually fucking pull my own weight in society and do some shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Get a roofing job. Come on, you pussy.
Yeah,
Right.
fucking right. It's like there's not a lot of 38-year-old women on the roof, but fucking I was up there and I nailed that shit.
That's
See
right.
what I did there?
Awesome. Nailed that shit. Yeah.
Nailed that
Nice.
shit. But yeah. I think people nowadays, like with the help, you can get all this help and you can be sad and getting help for 20 fucking years, or you can just do it and fucking be like a normal fucking human.
We should have maybe a segment on here like once a month where it's like maybe it's like Amy's kind of words of inspiration and it's like if you're feeling down, here's Amy's words of inspiration and she could just be like, stop being a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Get your
the
shit
fuck up.
together.
Cat slam Satan, bitches. Woo!
Actually, I'm gonna actually just record you just saying that stuff for like a half hour and just play it over and over again when I'm working out. And I'll just listen to you go, stop being a pussy, man up.
Fuck yeah, that's exactly it, right? Get those balls and fucking go for it.
Well, before you go, we're gonna definitely get some sounds for the soundboard from you. 'Cause oh yeah. This is gonna be-
Actually, my laugh has got me in a lot of trouble. That tent, I took it to Cape Breton, and the first night we stayed there, it was me and my special friend. The first night we stayed.
Wait a minute. Wait, I'm sorry. What's that mean?
Oh, just I have a special friend. Anyways, we'll just. So, anyways, the first night we stayed there, we were kind of at a campsite, but we had to find this fucking tree triangle to hang the tent.
Yeah.
So we were just a little off to the side. So this ranger came and he's like, "Oh, you have this amazing tent. No worries. Just make sure you pay before you leave and have a great night." Awesome. So the second night, we found a fucking beach and a waterfall and we hung the tent over the water, which is like part of the reason
Yeah, I
I
saw
got this
that.
fucking tent.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was amazing, the most amazing place, and we couldn't beat, like, it was no camping there at all, right? Obviously, it was no site. So we were there at about, I think it was around 10, and I had brought whiskey, like a boss, and so we'd had a few drinks, and not until my shirt was off, like 5 minutes after my shirt was off, then the Rangers were like, hey, we're here. Do you need a minute? I'm like, yeah. I fucking do, you greasy bastards. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So then we got it together, I found the shirt, and we came out of the tent, and the guy's like, you guys know that this is not a site. And we're like, yeah. And then my special friend asked, how did you find us? And he said, that laugh. We heard that laugh from the fucking road. I'm like, shit.
Nice.
Very cool.
Busted. Yeah. I love this fucking show. 42 episodes it took me to get here. Boom.
You really like it? Because like, there's only like 9 people that like it.
I know, I'm a weirdo, like I told you. I'm fucked up.
No, it's cool. We really do get a lot of correspondence about it. My daughter's friends are like, they listen. They're not Satanists. They're not. Some of them are Christian totally, and they just like listening to it. They say it makes them laugh, and they love my deep, dark, silky voice.
Of course.
Oh,
Who does?
obviously, it's all about that. But yeah, no, from the second I heard it too, I don't remember if you remember my first kind of slightly stalker email where I was like, I love this fucking show.
You're like, I'll do anything. No, I'm kidding. No. That's so funny.
Yeah, that part might be a little bit made.
That was awesome.
I like the one that you sent, the one email you sent where you're like, Dorian is so fucking handsome.
Right.
I totally.
Right, and then I know, but then I forwarded you the one that she sent right after and said I got it mixed up. I meant John.
Right, in dreams. Hey, boys. Yeah, and I thought I was the fucking lunatic here.
Love it. Oh man, it was great talking to you, Amy. For real, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's awesome. I fucking love it.
Well,
I know I
before-
talk a little fast, but show up there, but
It'll be a short show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So good.
I might slow down the whole track so we talk like this.
oh
and the
yeah,
rest.
you do that slow-mo section there.
You gotta
can
do that, and now you're drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we do it with Amy, she's just gonna sound normal. We'll be like, that was funny, and she's gonna be like, yeah, I know it was. It's just normal. No, that's awesome. Did you? Yeah. Well, listen, before you go, we always ask this, as you know. What does Satan mean to you?
He's my best friend ever.
Your
Who
special
walks
friend?
beside me, right there on my left. He's proud as fuck of all my victories. He picks me up, he dusts me off, and he tells me I'm pretty after my defeats. He is the fuel to my fire. He gets as hot as me with all my desires. He feeds off my fire and feeds to my flame. He warms me up after I jump out of a frozen fucking lake. He puts his right hand on my back and he pushes me up the hills that I climb. He gives me strength and curiosity. He encourages my weird, my wild, my passion, my strongest reactions, and all of my intense emotions. He's always there. He takes my fears and fucking stomps them down with cloven hoof. He shelters me from storms, hovers over me in rain, and basks with me in the sun. He cherishes my friendship as strongly as I do. He slashes at my enemies. He relishes in the passion of all my enjoyable and indulgent encounters. He leads me into temptation, kisses me on my neck in the way, then he slaps me on my ass and watches me proudly go for it every fucking day. He gets off hard on life whenever I get off hard on life. Because he is me, and I am him, and we are the fucking shit. Hail Satan.
That was awesome.
Dude, I gotta admit, that's honestly, I'm not just saying this because I say it all the time, and this is the truth. That was the best answer we've ever heard. And you know what? You deserve this right after it.
Woo!
That was totally awesome.
Thanks.
Oh.
It's
Is
all
is that like a poem above your wall or something that you?
It sounds written. It sounded written. You were reading it. I know that.
It's in my deepest heart of hearts.
Oh, it was excellent. Really cool.
Thank you. That's how I feel.
Even your definition of Satan, what he means to you, or sorry, what Satan means to you. I keep saying he because you did. It's inspiring. It's motivating. I want to go lift some weights and punch somebody in the fucking face now. You know.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's run a mile. Woo!
I'm gonna beat a fucking tree's ass.
A mile? I don't know.
Well, I'll carry you because you're soft and stuff.
You know what? You probably fucking can. That's the funny part. I mean, I want to see a picture of Dorian slumped over your shoulder and you hauling ass down the fucking road, naked through a forest.
Yeah, I'll do it because I care.
And John will be on his little scooter, the grocery store scooter, taking that picture. So,
Hey, what's wrong with those things there, Dorian?
You guys are precious. I swear, when the zombies come, I'll help you out. I promise.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty of. I've got plenty of toys here too. If you make it here, it's all good.
All right.
So yeah, listen, it was great having you on. Everyone's gonna give us some love mail now about this, and they're gonna want to hear more of you. So we might have you on again and talking about some other shit. But yeah, thank you again, Amy.
Fucking rights. Thank you, boys.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.